Hey, how you doing? Today we're gonna talk about college football games from yesterday, the all the games and the impact they're gonna have on the rest of the season, and we're gonna c- concentrate on the football Armageddon game last night, Alabama and LSU. So, if you watched the game, it was a great game. Uh, Loved watching it play. Two very very good teams, solid in every aspect. Just playmakers all over the field. I really enjoyed watching the game. LSU won 9-6 in overtime. So I want to talk about why LSU won. Okay, first of all, Alabama missed 4 field goals. So I still think that Alabama had. It might sound like a sore loser, but I think they saw the better team. To be honest, they missed 4 field goals, three in the or three in the first half, and one in overtime on their first possession. How are you gonna beat LSU when you miss 4 field goals? So that's the first thing. The second thing, and people can say all they want about why LSU won. This is another big reason why. The difference in the game was Jordan Jefferson and him outplaying AJ McCarron. During the game, when Alabama had a 3rd and 8, did you feel like, oh, we got this, just throw it or do whatever with first down? No, you thought, okay, let's run it, punt it, and put our defense back on the field. That's what I thought. McCarron gave me no confidence that, and he's been playing well all year. I've been his biggest supporter, but he had a really bad game yesterday. Really, from the first couple drives, he was okay, and he drove Alabama down the field, and then they just missed the field goals. But for the most part, he had just not a good game. He had one horrible throw where it was the interception to Morris Claiborne, and that was a tough play. And then also the play that everybody's talking about, the play where Mays threw the interception. Why do we have to run that play? Have you ever thought of that? Why do we have to stick our best wide out in it and into the Wildcat and have him throw? Can we just have our quarterback throw? Does that say anything about the coaches? What the coach's confidence had in McCarron? So Trent Richardson had a great game. Um, he had 80 yards rushing and 80 receiving. So a little, I think 89 rushing yards. So about 169 total yards. But you know, um, Jordan Jefferson was a difference. If you look at his stats, it's not going to light you up, but he did a couple things. First of all, his running threat spread out Alabama's defense, which then let Michael Ford and Spencer Ware rush up the middle, which they did. Not not too successfully, but it opened it up for them. And Jefferson, he didn't make any mistakes. Not one. Lee, when he was in, had two, and then they pulled him, and Jefferson played the rest. And when it was LSU had 3rd and 9, I was nervous because I knew Jefferson. He wasn't making any mistakes. He was throwing fairly accurate throws, and how he could run for a first down, 3rd down. He scrambled and ran a couple of times for first downs, and he was the difference. There were two differences in the game: Alabama missing 4 field goals, and Jefferson outplaying McCarron. Those are the two big differences. So, and then another thing I want to talk about is Tyrann Mathieu. That was a despicable play that he had on that punt against Drake Kirkpatrick. That was absolutely despicable what he did. I don't particularly like or dislike LSU. I'm an Alabama fan, but that was a despicable play by Mathieu, injuring Kirkpatrick on that play. So we didn't have Kirkpatrick on that drive or in overtime. I'm not sure it would have made a difference, but Kirkpatrick's one of our 3 best players, and because Mathieu had one of the dirtiest plays this year in college football, Kirkpatrick's out of the game. That was absolutely ridiculous. He sh- the guy from Arkansas last week got thrown out. Matthews' play was dirtier, and they had I think they didn't even call a personal foul. It was holding. It was the hold. That was ridiculous. He should have been thrown out of the game if it was up to me. And I don't like, flags, but that was ridiculous. How do you throw out that Arkansas guy, but Matthews stays in the game? And meanwhile, we lose Kirkpatrick. That was absolutely ridiculous, if you ask me. So, tough game all around. It was a great game to watch. Not, in the end, it wasn't great to watch as an Alabama fan, but, you know, Tide get Mississippi State. Roll Tide, roll. I'm be looking forward to see how they can get back. Hopefully, Kirkpatrick's all right. He's one of my favorite players on the team, and he's one of the best as well. So we need him. So thanks, Tyrann Mathieu. Just is that why you're a good player? Because you go out and clothesline guys? That was ridiculous. And it took away. It didn't take away from the game because it was such a good game, but that was uncalled for. Absolutely ridiculous. So if you watch the game, great. It wasn't the ending we were looking for, but at least it was a good game. Great game. One of the best college football games all year. The Boise, Georgia game from the first week was a fantastic game. And the Penn State, Illinois game was good as well. So there's been a couple of games. This was certainly up there. Hopefully there's a lot more. And the Stanford USC game from last week was going. So great game all around. It was a good day of college football as well. Texas, they had a big win against Texas Tech earlier in the day. So if I was watching that game, if you didn't catch that, Texas had a big win against Texas Tech. So that's today's video show. Be back tomorrow. And don't forget to follow me on Twitter at Forelli2. And also listen to my radio show on Thursdays and Fridays at 2:30. We'll have a big show on Thursday. We'll probably touch on this game a little bit more, but we're gonna look ahead to all the big college football games next Saturday. And also, if you go to my Twitter, there's a link to my blog, downloaded.wordpress.com. All of my updated Heisman, my top 5 in the Heisman, and also my top 25 rankings, BCS rank, or they're not BCS, they're my top 25 teams. So, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.